Hello, and a big welcome back to all my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, what's wrong with you? Today, I just wanted to talk about a really old, interesting game. And I'm sure you will be aware of it, and you probably have played it. And I'm, of course, talking about Space Invaders. Now, Space Invaders is an iconic game which emerged in a pivotal era during the gaming history. It captivated people worldwide. It was simple but addictive. It was developed by a man called Tomoshiro Nihashikado. I think I pronounced his name right. Probably not, and my apologies if I haven't. But it was released by a company called Taito in 1978. So it's 45 years old this year in 2023. Space Invaders was a significant milestone in the gaming industry, and it shaped the trajectory of video game design and creation. Now, the author was inspired by popular media like Star Wars and Breakout, and conceived of the idea of Space Invaders. But facing hardware limitations, he crafted innovative solutions like utilizing a custom microprocessor to bring his vision to life. It was released in 1978 in Japan and subsequently in the United States. Space Invaders became a cultural phenomenon and established itself as a cornerstone in the game arcade industry. Now, Space Invaders introduced a novel concept. The player controlled the spaceship and was tasked with defending the Earth from descending waves of alien invaders. Now, the game featured rudimentary but challenging mechanics, and the players moved horizontally to dodge the shots of the enemy and to fire strategically at the advancing horde of aliens. The simplicity of the design contributed a bit to the appeal. Now, the success of Space Invaders transcended the gaming realm and permeated the whole of popular culture. There was merchandise with T-shirts, lunch boxes, um, lunch boxes with pixelated aliens and spaceships. They just flooded the market, and the game's distinctive electronic soundtrack further entrenched itself in the collective memory of gamers and became synonymous with that era of gaming. Now, as technology advanced, Space Invaders underwent numerous adaptations and improvements, and it arrived on various platforms, including home consoles and personal computers. It was everywhere. And the shift from monochrome to color displays enhanced the visual experience and hardware improvements for smoother gameplay. I actually had a friend of mine who has collected Space Invaders on every platform he can find, from PCs to Mac to Linux machines to actual arcade games he owns. He has the flat tabletop versions, but he's got them all. Um, but there is a plethora of versions of Space Invaders. Now, Space Invaders not only pioneered the shoot 'em up genre, but also laid the groundwork for future game development. And its success influenced a wave of space themed games and motivated developers to explore lots of new possibilities in the gaming medium. Now, the notion of high scores and leaderboard competitions was popularized by Space Invaders as well, and it became an integral part of the gaming culture. Space Invaders has experienced multiple revivals and remakes on all kinds of different gaming platforms, with updated graphics, sound enhancements, innovative gameplay mechanics, which has kept the classic game relevant for new generations of players. Now, notable examples include Space Invaders Extreme and Space Invaders Infinity Gene, which brought a contemporary flair to the timeless formula. And the enduring popularity of Space Invaders has led to its integration in various forms of media. So the game has appeared in movies and television shows. It's inspired art installations. Its pixelated aesthetic became the symbol for retro gaming. It's celebrated the resurgence of pixel art in modern independent games. So, in conclusion, Space Invaders, which was born from the creative genius of one man, uh, it continues to hold a special place in the hearts of gamers, and it remains an essential chapter in the history of video games. From its widespread acceptance throughout the gaming world, uh, from its humble origins to its widespread cultural impact. Now, Space Invaders stands as a testament to the enduring power of a simple yet engaging gameplay. And as gaming evolves, this timeless classic continues to inspire and influence new generations of developers and players alike. And it's just a really interesting, intriguing, and fun game to play. And if you haven't played Space Invaders, and I find that hard to believe that you haven't, try and find it somewhere and have a play. It's a great game, and I think you'll love it. Bye for now.